mission is saving lives, but death is her constant companion. Sister Christina is at the cemetery in Shkoder in northern Albania. The nun from a Swiss order has often had to watch how people from her congregation have been murdered, victims of blood feuds like 22-year-old Jin Marku.
He and his brother went out of the house and across the way to graze a few sheep. And then the avenger came and shot him. I'm in mourning, and once again, I've been too late to stop death.
Most of the people whose lives Sister Christina and her fellow nun Michaela are defending come from this mountainous region. Here, the kanun, a medieval legal tradition, regulates all aspects of life. If a deadly dispute arises between families, the kanun demands blood vengeance.
For me, blood feuds are a huge wound in the country. When you get close to the people and their daily lives, you see that under the surface, it's an extremely deep, infected, serious wound.
The two nuns built their small convent on their own to help the needy. In chronically poverty-stricken Albania, the numbers of needy are increasing. A visit to a doctor is unaffordable, especially for families with children. So on some days, Sister Christina, who trained as a nurse, treats the sick non-stop herself. But she doesn't have much time for her patients today. This mother is asking for her help. Her son was involved in a shooting in which a young man from another family was killed. His family wants revenge.
Do you know the avenger?
We don't know anything. Not when they'll kill, only that they'll come sometime.
Waiting for vengeance. Sister Michaela shows us what that means for those affected. Once a week, she drives young boys threatened with blood vengeance to the convent so they can play. They spend the rest of their time in isolation, kept hidden by their families. Only the blood of the son and heir suffices according to the medieval kanun. But the trip is also dangerous for the nun.
I can only depend on the Lord God's protection. I'd be defenseless if anyone were ever waiting for us and really wanted to kill us or one of the children. Then I probably couldn't prevent it.
A short time later, she's reached her destination. 4 boys get in, among them these 2 brothers. Years ago, their uncle shot and killed 2 men. The uncle went into hiding, and since then, the avengers have targeted the 2 boys.
I spend all my time at home. I can't go out. All I can do is kill time. That's no way to live.
Soon the nuns have collected 10 boys from the area and brought them to the convent. Here they'll have 2 hours to talk, laugh, and play, a short reprieve. Which of these children will still be alive tomorrow, next week, or a year from now? Today, the boys have asked if they can do role-playing. They're reenacting a blood feud.
As long as I live, I'll carry a weapon and never forgive.
A wild shootout follows. It's a game, but it reflects their own stories. At moments like these, Sister Christina feels the need to quietly commune with her God.
I'm not angry with God. At most, I'm angry about the situation where there are no names, no culprits, about structural violence. Then I can get mad, and I tell him that too, that I'm immensely angry, and I throw that at him on the cross.
That evening, Sister Michaela makes her dangerous trip for a second time, taking the boys back home. At the end of their role play in the convent, they say they've patched up their differences, but in reality, things would be different.
If anything ever happens to my brother, I'll take revenge, of course.
It's part of everyday life for two Catholic nuns in a land ruled by the Kanun, an ancient law that knows no mercy.